What is the art of being? It's a path of self-discovery. It's a way of realizing that you're not the personality that you were brought up to believe you are. It's like coming home. It's like coming into a house and realizing this house is me, this is who I am.
Loving.
Tricky.
Hloubka.
Check your boundaries and go beyond it.
Láska.
It gives you the experience of wondering where on earth you've been all your life.
Nejvíc pro mě, že už jsem tady. To je nejvíc pro mě.
Good morning. First of all, you need your own space. Meditation is you alone in the universe. So, shaking, and then you go into wild dance. And the invitation in the wild dance is let yourself get wild with everything that's going on in you this morning. Let yourself get wild, especially in your pelvis, in your hands, in your mouth, in your voice. Bring it all alive. And if you're afraid of wildness, then get wild with your fear. What childhood wounds do to us is cause us to feel afraid of aspects of ourselves. Like we get afraid of our sadness, we get afraid of our joyousness, because we were brought up to mistrust ourselves. That's what the childhood wounds are. They're the results of having grown up in a world that didn't encourage us or teach us to really love everything about ourselves. They're like closed doors in our home, and on the door is a no entry sign. So we don't go there. We don't go into our sadness. We don't go into our ecstasy. We don't go into our playfulness. We don't go into our creativity. We behave the way we were taught to behave. And what the art of being does is to give you ways to make friends with whatever you have come to not like, mistrust, reject in yourself.
3 years before I started my journey, art of being journey, my journey.
Alanovy workshopy miluju, protože mě hrozně mění a všechno kolem mě se taky strašně mění od té doby.
Já jsem přijela proto, abych se zase znovu potkala sama se sebou.
I'm here because it brings up my fire of life, and it also cleans up dust around it. It makes me more aware, more with me, and also it makes me more available to others who is around me.
Konečně jsem se poprvé rozhodla jít někde prostě mezi lidi, do skupiny, a očekávám od toho, že mi to pomůže najít cestu k sobě.
To objevný na tom bylo, že jsem se naučila milovat ostatní. Přijde mi, že tam ještě jako chybí takový to být v té naprosté lásce, když jsem úplně sama.
Já tak nějak nevím, do čeho jdu, ale rozhodla jsem se, že prostě chci to zkusit. Dcera asi taky v tom smyslu mi říkala, jako abych konečně si nějak přehodnotila život a začala žít tak, abych se měla ráda.
For me, workshop and real life are not two things. For me, workshop is a situation where real life is created. The challenges of real life is created here. So I am learning more to be aware in these created challenges, where I can see my limitation, where I can cross my limitation, where I can be more alive in the life.
It's like opening the door that has the no entry sign on it. and daring to go in and turn on the light and make friends with all that you find there. What you found there becomes resource for how you live your life and how you relate with people and the world. When you make friends with sadness, if you've learned to reject that in yourself, your connection with that in you enables you to be much more sensitive to other people. It becomes part of your empathy, part of your ability to sense where people are. You can celebrate with them, you can enjoy with them, you can play with them, you can be intimate, you can be erotic, you can be whatever is happening between you and other people or just you in life.
Hodně mi bodlo, nebo bylo to fajn, že si jako netlačil na žádný ty doteky a tak, že jsem s tebe měla pocit, že to tak jako necháváš plynout a myslím, že kdybychom tam spolu seděli třeba ještě hodinu, tak bychom jako klidně vedle sebe leželi, to dokážu si to představit, ale pro mě to bylo moc hezký, že to bylo tak, jak to bylo a chci ti za to poděkovat, protože spousta mužů tohle neumí, že nedokážou dát ten prostor a ty jo a mám z tebe pocit, že se umíš dotýkat, tvé doteky jsou příjemný, jsou ani vlezlý, ani takový, jakoby bych řekla, mechanický, ale je to všechno s pocitem, že umíš dávat a za to děkuju.
Astonished me, he was on the first day, just after one round, he knew everybody's name. And that sums up Alan.
Jako malej jsem hodně potlačil svoje pocity a přes různé metody jsem dlouho jako hledal přes meditaci, klasickou psychoterapii a další věci, ale pořád jako to ze mě nedostávalo vlastně ty opravdové pocity, až jsem si uvědomil, že ona to potřebuje se spojit opravdu s tím tělem a s tou zranitelností ve mně. Objevil jsem Alana možná někdy před půl rokem a tam to okamžitě se cvaklo.
Já chci být v životě šťastný a svobodný. Já myslím, že ta práce, kterou Alan dělá, lidem pomáhá, aby byli šťastnější a svobodnější.
V podstate ani nebol nejaký konkrétny zámer, ale tým, že som už mala skúsenosť s Alanovým workshopom, tak vedela som, že je to niečo, čo mne môže do života priniesť zase niečo nové, nejaké nové podnety alebo nové poznanie o sebe samej.
Nemůžu říct, že nejdůležitější jsou ty okamžiky, kdy se cítím nejlíp. Jsou to, i ta druhá strana je důležitá. Kvůli tomu jsem tady.
Myslím si, že máš naprostou pravdu, nedokážu se před tebou otevřít tak, jak před kýmkoliv jiným. A nezbývá, než jenom říct, že se o to budu nadále snažit, abych se dokázal před tebou otevřít tak, jak před kýmkoliv jiným. A poděkovat ti za to, že ty ses přede mnou otevřít dokázala. Děkuju.
Když jsem se měla, já jsem neměla vůbec žádné očekávání. Vůbec jsem nic nečekala. Spíš jsem si říkala, jako prostě jedu. A musím říct, že už dnešek mě hodně překvapil. A to, co jsem zažila, bylo hodně silné. A je silné. A je pro mě hrozně těžké ukázat svoji zranitelnost. A děkuji za ten prostor, který jste mě dal. Pěkný 4.
If you came to an Art of Being workshop because you feel like you're not living your sexuality fully, for example, then what the workshop is going to give you is a series of explorations, each of which is designed to help you to rediscover your connection with your sexual nature, and in the process of reconnecting with it, to make friends with that. You become more and more alive and happy to be alive in these energies.
To je takovej ten moment, kdy dokážu přestat myslet na to, co si budou myslet ostatní, když něco udělám a bude to třeba strašně šílený. To je jako, že se nechám dít a je to strašně kouzelný okamžik, kdy se to děje a jsem vlastně i já překvapená, že se to děje a jak se to děje.
Well, I came with real desire to understand myself more.
If I'm more aware here, I will be more aware there as well. And certainly it is influencing everyday life, and that is the important thing for me. How good I am here in the workshop doesn't make anything for me. If I cannot carry it in my everyday life, this 3-day drama has nothing to do. So that is more important for me, and it is influencing very positively.
The art of being in love requires your willingness to be touched all the way into the depths of your being. And we are allowed to be touched to the depths of our being, as I said this morning, when we're friendly with everything we experience. And the journey of these days is really about being touched, being deeply touched. And the first day is always opening the doors that allow us to experience how much we can be touched. Or if not opening the doors, at least seeing the doors that you don't want to open, the ways that you don't want to be touched. And I'm not talking about physical touch now, I'm talking about being touched in everything that you feel and experience. And of course this often includes being physically touched, and we'll go deeply into that in the coming days. But this afternoon I want to give you a door opening experience that is also a way to see what your boundaries, your limitations are. I say boundaries and limitations, there's a difference between them. My boundaries come from my self-awareness, my presence, my feelings, my sensitivities. They come from me. My limits, my limitations come from my parents, my teachers, my culture, my religion if I have one. They're the rules and regulations that have been put on me by others, usually as I was growing up. And learning to distinguish between your boundaries and the rules and regulations is really important. Your personal boundaries, as I see it, are sacred. They should never be transgressed by anybody. And learning to be aware of them, to be sensitive to them, even to adventure with them and test them when you want to, is important. And of course, your personal blossoming and your real liberation from your conditioning is a process of letting go of the rules and regulations that have been put on you by others. And I'm sure that these issues are going to arise more personally among you, and we'll be dealing with them together as the days go by.
Ja som sa teraz začal variť počas mojej toho rituálu, ale počas toho, keď som bola s Ivom. Všetku svoju pozornosť venoval proste tým 2 ďalším ľuďom. A som sa proste ocitla, začalo mi byť strašne zlé, som úplne sa zmrazila. A snažila som sa dýchať, aj tam byť, a zároveň som ako upadala do tej svojej nejakej zmrazenosti. And I felt somehow like rejected. A hlavne s tým pocitom takej zmrznutosti vlastnej, vnútornej, že v ktorých sa neviem v podstate pohnúť. like pain which is frozen.
You know, I'm watching the way you just disregarded Evo's touch. As though you've decided that this is your business with me, not with him.
Yeah.
And you give him like half a second and it looks very uncomfortable, and then you come back to me as though I'm the one who's supposed to deal with this. I don't live in your relationship, he does. What do you have to say to him? You look as though you don't like him very much right now. I would encourage you to say the uncomfortable things to him. Evo, why does that make you laugh?
I was like, Ja hovorím, že ja by som ju nepodporoval, aby ho
Aha, I do. My guess is that what you have to say to him is everything that was frozen.
Ako som sa od toho odpojila zrazu.
Tell him that.
Keď sme boli v tom tvojom rituále, tak to, že si nevenoval mojim dotykom pozornosť, ma strašne bolo. Ale teraz vlastne som to nechcela asi cítiť, ja som stále mrzla. A som sa odpájala. Potom ja sama už v začiatku som to zacítila a potom som už vlastne odchádzala sama. Som zašla do svojej diery.
And right now? What's right now? What's that pain in your face and your voice saying to him? Give yourself permission, Susanna.
Asi som sa bála, že ma nemáš rád.
Say it again. You're allowed. You're allowed your tears. You're allowed your fears. Say it again.
Ja som sa zlákla, že už ma nemáš rád. A som zaliezla, lebo tam to není. A vždy, keď to urobíš, vždy sa tak cítim. A vždy to mówię. A vždy, keď sa na mňa nahneváš. A mi to nepovieš, len sa otočíš mi chrbtom.
What are you saying to her, Eva? Say it in words. Say it to her. What happens if you look in her eyes and keep breathing?
Ja cítim, že ťa mám rád. A že som možno niekedy v tom nemotorný, v tom, ako to dať najavo. A niekedy sa bojím takej ako keby povinnosti. Mať rád a prejavovať sa takým nejakým očakávaným spôsobom.
Že sa máš správať očakávaným spôsobom.
Sometimes I don't want to give you anything.
To je tiež pravda.
Try saying it to her.
Niekedy ti nechcem dať nič.
Say it again.
It's okay. Don't pretend that you are giving something.
Dobre.
What's right now?
Truth, pravda.
And how do you feel towards him right now?
I just see my man.
And what do you see?
Možnosti.
How about going with the possibility? Are you both waiting for the other one? Who's supposed to make the first move? I leave you to decide. And Susanna, keep being there while I say this to you, because you came out of the hall. And so whilst you're there in Ivo's arms, I just want you to notice how that happened. Because to me it looked really simple. You just gave yourself permission. And Ivo, what you did was you sat there and you allowed Susanna to say what she needed to say to you. And Susanna, the most important thing is that before you did that, you didn't want much to do with him, except maybe in some way to punish him or blame him. And it all changed the moment you gave yourself permission to be there with him and give him your truth. So just feel how you are right now and how much opens in you. It looks really sweet. Enjoy it. And next time you want to not have much to do with him because he hurt you, see if you can catch the moment and dare to go to him and say, hey, Ivo, you're hurting me. And Ivo, there wasn't anything you had to do. I understand feeling obligated, but it looks like all Susanna needed was you being there, looking in her eyes, being willing to receive what she had to say to you. No rules, no decisions, just being there with each other. Learning the meaning of love, the real meaning of love, is an intrinsic part of the art of being. For a lot of people, love is confused with desire, with wanting, with needing. Love becomes real when you are in love with all the colors of your own being. You can only love another to the extent that you have come to love yourself. Whatever you're not in friendship with, you're not in love with. And whatever you're not in love with in yourself, you cannot love in anybody else. And so the meaning of love is the coming home into who you are, the befriending of what you're not in friendship with, and the surrender to those aspects of yourself that are not about winning or getting control, but are really about being able to live gracefully all that happens in you. When you can do that, you've discovered love. I want to give you the opportunity to have an intimate encounter with somebody this evening. And I will guide you into the experience so that you're able to bring into it the opening and the sensitivities and the awareness and the feelings that you're hopefully connected with now. And, you know, it may be, and I'm sure it will be for some of you, that your intimate meetings may be quite erotic. Anybody can
program an erotic experience for you. Would I want to? That would be like making you feel something rather than creating the space in which you can simply open to whatever happens. If you are in love with someone here, how beautiful. And that isn't what it's about. It is about being in love. And I hope that you are understanding the difference. To be in love doesn't require somebody to be in love with. To be in love is to be so present in the totality of who you are that your very state of presence is a being in love. It doesn't need anybody to be there. And the reason that that is so is very simple. If you are totally here in all that you are, then your heart is here. And the nature of the heart is love. And this is why in those beautiful moments when suddenly you're totally here, you always feel in love. And you know, the fact is that when you fall in love with somebody and you're riding high on that wave of being in love bliss, it's like a wave that sweeps through all of you. You look at a tin roof and you're in love. You don't have to look at anything even. You close your eyes and you're in love. And my invitation to you this evening, and as I say, I'll guide you into it, I'll help you into it, is that you can help each other to be in love. It doesn't actually matter whether your meeting is erotic or platonic, or anything in between. What matters is your willingness to keep being with this person in a way that opens more and more doors in you. It just happens that energy of sexual desire that can move between you and whoever you're with is very attractive, and it has this quality of inviting opening. Not just sexual, but all kinds of energies or states or colors. And that longing that's always there in you when you fall in love, or rise in love, or are in love. All these elements of you and your nature and your heart have the capacity to open you. So that's the invitation. And the first surrender is let go of your programs. Even if you're here with your partner, let go of your program of what you expect with your partner. Because that way you can open into this moment that never happened before. And you can only open to this if you keep letting go of your programs, your agendas, your plans.
No, ona je to pro mě docela jízda. Každý den se fakt děly velké věci. No, ale pak ten opravdový vrchol pro mě a zážitek byl vlastně při tom cvičení s hlazením, když jsem otevřel oči a vlastně tam byla Denise. Tam došlo k určitému přenosu, obrovsky silnému pro mě, kdy já jsem z toho dostal jsem z toho něco, co jsem nikdy nedostal od svojí mámy. A to byla taková ta opravdová, skutečná přítomnost, jsem tady s tebou. Ať moje mamka byla obětavá, všechno nám dala a bylo to úplně úžasný, tak ten element tam nebyl.
My tam vypadaly taky hrozně zajímavé věci, jako z mého normálního soukromého života. Bylo to hrozně zajímavé, protože ani neměl úplně s těma dotekama jako tolik společného, a když mi začal tam někdo říkat, že jsem v bezpečí třeba, tak to mě úplně dostalo, protože jsem zjistila, že to vůbec nemůžu přijímat. ve svém běžném životě. Že vlastně já jsem ta, která dělá to bezpečí, která připravuje ten prostor, která hlídá všechno a neumím to vlastně přijmout od někoho jiného.
Our bodies are made for being touched. We're not like hedgehogs or crocodiles. We're more like dolphins in that sense. Our skin can really feel being touched. The very first thing that happened to you when you emerged from your mother's body after spending 9 months in a liquid universe, you were touched. And being touched was then almost the most significant experience of your life, not just for hours or days or weeks or months, but actually years. Being touched is primary to our experience of life in the first 3, 4, 5 years of our lives. And so inviting you into this experience of being once again as though like a child being touched for the first time is, of course, inviting doors to open, inviting you to experience the incredible sensitivity that you really are. And I said, like a child, it's not a sexual exploration. It's a very sensual exploration in terms of how these three people are touching you. For you receiving it, it can be whatever it is, because your experience is your experience is your experience. It may be sensual, it may move you to tears, it may turn you on. That's okay, whatever it does, it does. It's your life happening. In this exploration, the three of you totally tuning in with each other before you touch the one receiving. Where you are is in this intense awareness together of touching this being for the first time ever. The three of you are like one being, one presence. The Art of Being workshops are for everybody who has some kind of a question going on in them about what is this life about?
I think that Alan has got huge wisdom, enormous wisdom.
Má v sebe obrovský súcit a lásku. Že vlastne častokrát z mojej skúsenosti ľudia, ktorí majú to veľké poznanie a vlastne veľa múdrostí, tak majú možno tendenciu sa trošku tak ako vlastne tak odstúpiť od tých bežných v úvodzovkách bežných ľudí alebo tých ľudí, ktorí sú stále na ceste a neprejavovať toľko súcitu s tou cestou.
Pro mě je to takový kouzelný dědeček. Jo. Protože on v sobě má úžasné kvality, spojuje, kdy on jednak vidím ohromnou praxi a smysl pro detail, který bych třeba ještě před lety si ho ani nedokázal uvědomit. Do toho vidím ten ohromný prostor, který on tady pro nás vytváří.
Ale nevnímám jako lásku. No to možná zní trošku jako ezoterický, ale lepší slovo mě nenapadá.
Keď som videla Alana naozaj v situáciách, kde by to mohol ako jednoducho ako ukončiť, uzavrieť a nechať to ísť a bolo by to tak v poriadku, tak on s absolútne otvoreným srdcom a obrovským súcitom a obrovskou láskou vlastne išiel do interakcie s tými ľuďmi a pomohol svojou prítomnosťou ich previesť tým procesom, tou cestou, ktorou si prechádzali.
On nemá potřebu radit, on nemá potřebu tady nějakým způsobem se prosazovat a já si tohle ohromně vážím, protože jsem prošel přes učitele, který právě hodně měli tu svoji agendu, hodně tam bylo takový to já a u Alana vnímám ohromnou citlivost, ohromnou svobodu pro nás, pro všechny.
Klid, hloubka, takový úplně jako ten prostor, který on jako umí zabezpečit, že je tam jako naprostá důvěra, kterou on dokáže vzbudit. Že člověk ví, že může do toho jít.
Je to skvělý DJ, jo. Já se jako nezažil, neviděl jsem, že by někdo dokázal s takovým citem pracovat s hudbou, jo.
A tá jemnosť a ten súcit, ktorý on v sebe má, je pre mňa úplne fascinujúci spôsob, akým pracuje s ľuďmi. No a samozrejme pohľad do jeho očí je... Mne to prišlo ako také okno do vesmíru. Je to veľmi silné každopádne.
If you're totally comfortable with the way life is, then the art of being isn't going to be interesting to you. But if somehow you have the sense that there must be more to it than this, then the art of being is really for you. You know, I think 95%, maybe more, of people who come to Art of Being workshops, when they walk in the door the first day, they feel insecure, they feel a little mistrustful, they have a kind of, what's going on here, all these people, I don't know if this is the place for me. And I'm very aware of that at the beginning of the workshop. And what I know from over 30 years of experience is that those fears and anxieties and insecurities are going on in those people basically every day of their life. My work and my responsibility is to create the space in which people can feel more or less safe. And feeling more or less safe is better than feeling completely safe. Because if you feel completely safe, then you don't have to meet any of the places where you feel not safe. And the whole point of the workshop is to say hello to those places where you don't feel totally safe, where you feel somewhat insecure and mistrustful, and to make friends with them. Because when you make friends with them, it doesn't matter what the workshop is, you are growing into being a richer being in yourself. As a teacher, what I wish to do for people is to create learning experiences for them. I'm really not interested in teaching people anything. What I want to do is to open the doors through which they can enter into learning experiences that help them to blossom into the richness and the magic and the presence of who they really are. Once you are at home in yourself and you're able to be present, then the journey becomes one of discovering the deepest mysteries of being and life. And the deepest mystery is where you, in being present, discover that there is something beyond you. And for me, the deepest gift of the art of being is giving people a way to fuse together their own being with the eternal spirit, so that they can live the fullness of being really present in their lives. And always there's this recognition of the mystery that is beyond us and before us and within all that is.
Asi úplně první nejsilnější moment byl, když se mě Alan dotknul a podíval se mě do očí. V jeho očích jsem našla spoustu odpovědí na své otázky. A já za to děkuji.
I think it was Lao Tzu who said, "The truth that can be said is not the truth." And I would say the same thing about spirit and the mystery. The mystery, the spirit that can be defined in words is not the spirit, is not the mystery. Viva the mystery. Viva Spirit. That's all I can say.
Angel heart, is this another ending or a start? Is there any way that they could be apart? In the end, we come full circle again. Gentle soul, you know each day trouble takes its toll, but every silver lining hides a scene of gold. In the end, we come full circle again. Angel heart, never be afraid to face the dark. If you are, you never let the healing start. In the end, we come full circle again. Gentle soul, never be afraid to face the goal. Don't you know the light you see is your own soul? In the end, we come full circle again. Special one, set your ship to sailing to the sun. And when you finally get there, you have just begun. In the end, we come full circle again. Angel heart, is this another ending or a start? Is there any way that they could be apart? In the end,